jump into any actual problems in this lesson, we need to review all the crazy vocabulary that you should know for this lesson. So the first things we have to understand is this is a box plot. And let's analyze everything that this box plot is giving you because it's a lot of info. First of all, you see how the box plot starts right here? We call this our minimum point. It's the minimum. So our minimum point, our minimum answer right now is 1. So what do you think this is? The 7. You guessed it. You know this is our maximum point. We cannot go further than that. Now, if you don't see this, but there's actually a line in the middle of the box. Sometimes it's in the middle, sometimes it's not. Just know that there's a line inside the box, and this is always known as the median, the middle basically. But it's not always going to be in the middle. It's the middle of the data. Sometimes it's moved around. Just understand it's the middle. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's actually 4 sections to this box plot. We have this quartile number 1 right here, which is 25% of the whole data is right here. And 25% of all the information is in this first box. 25% of the rest is in this box. And finally, 25% is in this line. That makes it a nice 100% throughout. So, because there are four areas or 4 sections, just like a dollar, we have 4 quarters, right? Just like in money. So, because of that, we're going to call this line is called the first quartile. So that's when the first quartile ends. So from here to here is 1 quartile, and here is where it ends. So that's where they like to label it. This is the second quartile, but instead of calling it second quartile, we just call it the middle, because it's 2 quarters out of 4 quarters is also the middle, right? 50 cents. This is the end of the third quartile. And again, we don't call this the 4th quartile. We just call it the max, which is the end. And anything else? Yes, one more thing. In the lessons before, we've talked about what is called the IQR. IQR stands for, let me give you this big vocabulary word. IQR stands for interquartile range. It sounds kind of fancy, but it's really super easy. Let's analyze what each word means. Inter means in the inside. Quartile, we're talking about the quartiles inside. Range, from the biggest, from what to what am I measuring? So if I'm talking about the quartiles that are in the inside, well, here's one, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. I'm talking about the 2 that are inside right here. And if I'm talking about the range, I want to know from the beginning to the end, what is my range from the biggest minus the smallest? That's basically what we're trying to find. This is all the vocabulary you need for the next lesson or the next example. So look at the next video to know what kind of problems you will encounter on the homework.